First night of corruption. Later I'll explain what the 12 nights of corruption began as many, many years ago. But for a moment, I'll keep it short. First night of corruption, 1991. Judge enters an order, orally, assigns one of two attorneys to write it up and to submit it to the other attorney, quite properly, to make sure that the first attorney got it right. That occurred. He did, of course, did not get it right, or this wouldn't even be brought up. The second attorney submitted a correct order, identical to what the transcript that the first attorney had a hold of, identical to it as to the transcript of the order. Both were submitted. The court entered the order that did not match his ruling. The court entered a ruling that differed on 5 material terms, where the losing attorney, or the winning attorney, however you want to call him, changed the order 5 different ways, 5 material ways. 2 to the 5th was the probability that the judge independently thought that each of those things had to be changed, and in fact it's not 2 to the 5th, because there's a number of different ways things can be changed, so it's more like 4 or 5 or 7 to the 5th. 5 separate things changed to the advantage of one party. The judge signs the order changing these things. Ethics of the profession require that that attorney not have contacted the judge to write the order. So magically, he had understood what the judge was going through, and that the judge had changed his mind, and he had read his mind in 5 different ways. Even if it was on-off, that's 1 in 32 was the chances of that happening. Was that criminal? Not clear. Was that unethical? Absolutely. Was that outrageous? Yeah. A motion for rehearing was filed, and the judge held it for over a month and then denied it. Was the matter appealed? Send me an email and you'll hear about that. But this is the first of many times where I saw what was clearly justice gone amok. I had been warned this attorney had magic in his blood, and I saw the proof of it. Anyone who wants to send me their war stories, be my guest. My email is available. investigate.the.corrupt@gmail.com. I want these judges that commit crimes, not that this was a crime, this one may not have been, but those that commit crimes to be investigated. I demand it. I want the American people to care enough to do something. And yet, at the moment, they don't. If you're an American, stand up and vote. Write me an email just to say you're on my side. Namely, the side, not that one judge or another judge goes to jail, but that any judge who violates the law is investigated. Any judge who is found after the investigation to have violated the law is indicted, and any judge who is indicted is prosecuted to the full extent of the law. They are more powerful than any police officer with a billy club. Stand up for America. George Wallace said it. I don't want to be associated with that particular George Wallace, but I do want to be associated with the concept. If you don't stand up for America, then by God, grovel on your knees, for you are nothing better than the ones doing it, because you have a voice you can speak without fear of retribution. And yet, I find total and complete indifference by those that are being harmed by this, because it's not simply this type of case or that type of case. It's cases that come out of your pocketbook. So stand up, be somebody, speak, write to me, post a comment, do what you want, but just don't do nothing. Or just don't think of yourself as someone who cares about what goes on in your world, because this is happening in your world, your America. The system is so corrupted that you have to stand up.